Okay, let's get stuck into this. Oh, okay, full colour. Wonder what size it's going to be. It's probably going to be about an A6. Got to work out how big it is. We've got to try and see. We're going to use intuition here and see if we can work it out, even without looking at the original. So it's going to be 214%. This one's a funny shape, so it'll be interesting to see how it looks. So we're going to reverse it. We're going to choose brightness now over copy density. We're going to use a colour, an RGB colour. We're going to make it a little bit-ish green. And the hue, we're going to cool it right down. Sharpness. Saturation. And we're going to go colour balance. So the cyan and yellow are going to be rammed right up, but the other two colours, or should I say I think it's the magenta and the black. Black is not a colour, black is what's called a tone, but you know what I mean by colour. A lot of people, I think, are like that. They say they call black a colour, but it's not a colour, it's what's called a tone. But anyway, we got one of these, which I think fits on a wine. I think it's the same both at the front and the back, but it's basically for a wine bottle. I found this on the floor at a bottle shop, but I don't drink. I wasn't buying it, I just saw this and I thought I'd pick it up and use it in one of my demos, but it looks like it's going to be a hard thing to demo with because I can't flatten it unless I tear it, but I won't bother with that. I'll just see how it looks anyway. But maybe I should hold it down with one hand, but I'd have to use the camera hand to press the start button. But it's a bit of a nuisance. We'll see what happens. If it doesn't look good, we might do it that way. But I just can't get it to sit straight because it's sort of bulky. It's not flat. But anyway, it's lying. It looks like it's in almost as accurately. But our intuition didn't pay off very well. So we're going to go in here and we're going to change we're not going to bother looking at it. I don't want to disturb it, so I think we're going to change this one to maybe 200 and make it 214%. And we might, it looks a bit too greeny blue, it looks too bluey, so I just want to do some more work on it. So what are we going to use? We've got green, we're going to use red. Going to make it a bit red, and the hue, we're going to zero the hue, and I think we'll call that one okay. And we're just going to hit start and see if we've improved the quality of this and the size. Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, it still looks green, and it still looks like we used the same enlargement for some reason. Why the fuck did I do that? Let's try again. 214 is not the size. It's got to be bigger than that. Why did I do that? Obviously, my intuition isn't always on the go, but we're going to call it 245%. That should be significantly larger. So, and maybe we could add a background colour to this. Just some of it, there's a bit of white, so we can use a bit of background colour. We're going to use red, and we're going to get in here, and we're going to maybe, the yellow's up full, so maybe the magenta should go up full, and maybe the cyan should go significantly lower, like the black. So let's hope we get it just right. And maybe we can warm up the hue. Maybe we can warm it up a bit, give it a bit more warmth. I don't like it just cool colours usually. I like to have things a bit more colourful than that, and hopefully the enlargement will bring up the details that are white and otherwise not just green or blue or cyan or whatever. We want a little bit of warmth as well. Want a bit more colour, a bit more balance in the colours, not to be confused with colour balance on the photocopier, but or the idea of colour balance, but a balance of, it sounds complicated the way I'm talking about it, but you get my drift. And still I could have made it larger, but I can see a little bit of, I can see the red, there's some red there and red there, so that makes it look a bit better. And I'm just wondering if we can enlarge this one even further. We seem to be playing it. Hang on, we're out of paper, so that means we're just going to leave it at that. We're not going to be princesses and perfectionists about it. So yeah, we're out of paper. So there you go. Out of paper, it says it there, but it still has the green button. Oh well, that's photocopier design. There you go.